What is going on, everyone? My name is Yasin. In case you are new to this channel, what I try to do with these videos are combo videos, deck profiles, card reviews, testing on every kind of deck. I try to play more Rogue than Meta because I think Rogue is a bit more interesting. And today I am bringing you guys my Dark Magician deck profile featuring the new support. So there are probably a few things that you could definitely incorporate in your strategy, whereas maybe some other things you would want to play them in a slightly different manner. So depending on what the ban list might have for us, I think this could be a pretty good deck list to go with for the upcoming format, since obviously right now the Illusion of Chaos is not accessible. The card is going to be printed, I think, with the Megatins, but I could be wrong. Same thing with the Timaeus Dragon and the Fusion monster Dark Master of Chaos, but apart from that, everything should be accessible right now. So before we get into any of this explanation, if you haven't liked and subscribed, make sure you do, because it really motivates me and encourages me a lot to keep making videos like these. So like I said, combo videos, deck profiles, testing, card reviews, anything, you guys name it. And I am also really open to making Twitch live streams as well, and let's jump right into it. So I'm playing 2 Dark Magician. A lot of people are on 3 Dark Magician, but I think it's maybe a bit too much. In case you don't know me, I'm the guy who just wanted to play I'm the guy who started playing 1 Cyber Dragon in Cyber Dragons, just realized it was kind of a brick, and I think Dark Magician kind of follows a similar suit, but at the same time, you do have to access the actual copy of Dark Magician more often, whereas for Cyber Dragon, you could actually technically win a game without touching Cyber Dragon at all, just with your other cards. But in this deck, Dark Magician is still kind of the core of the deck. It's just that it doesn't really do much when you draw it. So when you have a bad hand with too many copies of Dark Magician, these are like the unplayable hands. So by playing 2 Dark Magician, you fix the issue of drawing it too often or drawing it in duplicates, while also at least having more than 1 copy, so you could utilize your good cards like Eternal Soul and Dark Magical Circle with the combo as much as possible. We're also playing 1 Red Eyes Black Dragon because I am on Red Eyes Fusion with the Magical Eyes Fusion package, which I'm going to explain later on, but I do believe that Red Eyes is pretty good, pretty necessary with the Red Eyes Fusion package if you want to make Dragoon more consistently. The reason why I'm saying that is because technically you could summon Dragoon without relying on Red Eyes Black Dragon and Red Eyes Fusion. It is definitely possible by always going into Timaeus. I don't really think it's necessarily how you're trying to play this deck. Same thing with like Magical Eyes Fusion. You could just not play Red Eyes Black Dragon and still summon Dragoon with Magical Eyes Fusion by banishing something like Imduk with Dark Magician from your grave. But Red Eyes Fusion actually gets you the material, the Dark Magician, from your deck to the grave, so it acts as a Foolish Burial and a way to summon pretty much the boss monster of the deck literally in 1 card. So I think it's pretty needed. Anyways, I'm playing only 1 Timaeus Dragon. I think it's very bricky if you play multiples, so 1 is just absolute perfection, and it allows you to fuse, so for pretty much almost anything here. Well, not the Dark Magicians, definitely not Dark Master of Chaos, but you could utilize Timaeus to make either Dragoon or Dark Magician the Dragon Knight. And then 1 Dark Magician Girl. I don't necessarily think this is super needed, but at the same time, there is an effect on this card, Magician Salvation, where when you summon Dark Magician Girl, you get to summon Dark Magician from your grave, or when you get to summon Dark Magician, you get to summon back Dark Magician Girl from your grave. So if you're playing these 2 cards, you get to kind of do some nice little plays with Magician Salvation, the field spell for the deck, but nothing too huge. For the most part, it's only going to be like fodder for Magician Souls, so when you go for the graveyard effect of Soul Servant, you draw more cards instead of just the 1 for Dark Magician. And there are some other cards like the Palladium Oracle Mana or something, and the Ma'at. I don't know, if you guys want to experiment with these cards, you are more than welcome, because what I'm trying to do with this deck profile is just give you ideas. It's not necessarily to tell you this is the best way to play Dark Magician, and if you're not playing the exact same way I am, you're doing something wrong. Absolutely not. That is not a mentality that I encourage at all, but yeah. Anyways, 3 Magician's Rod, which is the normal summon of the deck. When you don't normal summon, you can activate Red Eyes Fusion, but at the same time, it means that you can't special summon, so you can't really go for Timaeus and Magician Souls that turn, but Magician's Rod is great. And by the way, because of Magician's Rod, you get to abuse the effect, well, you get to kind of recycle it and always tribute your Magistus Maiden every single time every single game, so you get to use Magician's Rod literally infinite times as long as you have like spells and traps to activate during your opponent's turn, which should be very easy. and I think it's on resolution. Yeah, if you activate a spell or trap, so not when you activate a spell or trap, which is completely different. When a card says when you activate a spell or trap, it's pretty much like the Paleozoic, so it has to be chained directly to the spell or trap. But when it says if, it's on a separate chain link, so it would work with cards like Solemn Strike, which is a counter trap which cannot be responded to, whereas the Paleozoic monsters, obviously you can't chain them to Solemn Strike. Just try to make myself as clear as possible here. And obviously I'm playing a bunch of hand traps, so 3 Ash, 2 Ghost Bell, so you can stop that Tri-Brigade Revolt. Really annoying card. Effect Veiler is really relevant. It's a it's a spellcaster and a tuner, so it allows you to go for that Needle Fiber Selene Access Code combo, which definitely, you know, sometimes matters, but at the same time, it's for the most part, you're using it as a hand trap, not really as a way to kill your opponent, but since you were playing quite a few spell cards, it's kind of like a Sky Striker where after your turn 1, you get to kill your opponent. This is a relatively similar concept. And yeah, obviously 3 Magician Souls, this card is nasty in this deck, and you get to search it with Illusion of Chaos, or you get to search for that Magician's Rod, or literally just anything else. You have to search monsters with Illusion of Chaos, but your monsters gets you to your spells and traps, so this card is just the MVP of the deck, and it's the reason why we're making this video. So Itipat and I, in case you don't know who Itipat is, it's the real name of Team Samurai X1, but yeah, anyways, for the spell cards now, I already kind of explained Red Ice Fusion and Magicalized Fusion. They definitely help out a lot, because obviously without them, you can only fuse by using Timaeus, or actually technically Secrets of Dark Magic. That also works, but I mean, really, I don't know. I like kind of cheating it out with fusion spell cards, so your Anaconda is very, very good. But yeah, Upstart Goblin, of course, just another 39 cards. You don't want to play over 40 in Dark Magicians. You want to see your rods, your Illusion of Chaos, your souls as often as possible, because there are +1s, and it's very important. 3 Soul Servant, of course, great card, Called by the Grave. Secrets of Dark Magic, you can either fusion or ritual. Now, the ritual portion of this effect was irrelevant for the longest part, but now it's actually becoming really important, because you get to ritual summon Illusion of Chaos, which does have a relevant effect on the field. By bouncing it back, you can negate, well, from the field to the hand, you get to negate a monster effect, and obviously it's really relevant in your hand. You get to search a monster that specifically lists Dark Magician in its text. This card is really good at allowing you to make Dragoon as well, or the Dark Magicians, or I guess this card, Dark Master of Chaos. It's like basically a 1-card combo, I think, at this point. You get to go this, search for Magician's Rod, and then search for Secrets of Dark Magic, and then fuse for Dark Master of Chaos, and that's pretty much like a 1-card, one card Dragoon as well. But yeah, anyways, for the other cards, 2 Dark Magical Circle with 2 Eternal Souls. So that's actually a subscriber that recommended me to cut down from 3 to 2, or even 1. So you could technically play 2 Eternal Soul or 1 Eternal Soul with the field spell, but it searches it, well, it sets it from the deck to the field, which is actually better than searching the card, because it makes you dodge Joel and Ash. And Dark Magical Circle is kind of like a brick in like super high quantity, but it's like if you draw 2, it could be worse, but I don't know. 2 Imperm, so even more hand traps. How many is that? 5, 8, 10, and yeah, 2 Eternal Soul, Triple Strike. For the extra deck, Triple Dragoon, but 2 is way more than enough. Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight, Dark Master of Chaos, the Dark Magicians, Big Eye, or pretty much any rank 7 of choice. Access Code Talker, Selene, Needle Fiber, double Anaconda, it really does come up with the Imdok, because it's a Link 1 that only requires you a normal monster, which is an effect for the Anaconda, but also it's Dragon, so in the graveyard you can banish it for the Magicalized Fusion in order to summon Dragoon with the effect of Anaconda, of course. I'm pretty sure I have made quite a few combo videos on Dark Magicians, but if you want updated combo videos, make sure you let me know in the comment section below, and it'll be a pleasure for me to update them. But finally, we have Artemis and Relinquished Anima, and a few cards in my idea section that I haven't updated since last time, but I'm playing the artifact cards with, I don't know why this is here, Ebon Illusion Magician. I don't know why these cards are here either, but you can play them if you really want to. It just, I don't think they ever came up for me. Cosmic Cyclone, Super Poly, if you have the extra deck space, which should kind of be a possibility. Artifact Sanctum, of course. Eradicator, Epidemic Visor, tribute 1 dark monster with 2500 or more attack, and then declare either a spell or trap. Your opponent loses all those cards from the hand and field for like the next 3 turns. So it's pretty big against decks that are trap heavy or spell heavy. And if they are like monster heavy, you get to play Deck Devastation Virus, which is also really, really good. Or I think the Full Force Virus, since Dark Magician has a lot of defense. So yeah, the Virus cards are great for Dark Magician. And finally, Goes and Match, Anti-Spell, Imperial Order, Skill Drain, not Imperial Order, Jesus. Even the anti-spell, I don't know if it should necessarily be there because you also need spell cards to play yourself. I hope you got to learn as much as possible with this deck profile. If you did, make sure you let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget, of course, to like and subscribe, turn on those notification bells so you never miss any of my new uploads, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Take care.